Hi, I'll wait just a moment for the show to get set up here. I've never had a show before. Writers don't usually come with shadow puppets, but tonight I get to. Rob Farr found the first victims in the woods, half buried near dead-end dirt roads. The next few washed up on the shores of the local reservoir. All were female. All were tall, some 6 feet and more. All had been knifed in the stomach. All had long, cartilaginous snouts. The victims Farr found were American paddlefish, and they died for a culinary passion that dates back thousands of years. The American paddlefish looks less like a fish than a prehistoric marine reptile. Ozark fishermen admire them for their size and strength, but they are most famous for their bloodline. They are related to sturgeon, the family of fish that supplies the world with caviar. Like sturgeon, female paddlefish bloat with tiny eggs. A single paddlefish can contain 10 pounds of roe, worth as much as $40,000 when labeled and sold as high-grade Russian caviar. Rob Farr is a game warden for the state of Missouri. Not long after he started finding dead paddlefish near his home in the small town of Warsaw, he busted a group of poachers working by the glow of the highway bridge Christmas lights. They weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, he observes. The state and the federal government began an undercover investigation, and a state agent quietly moved into a trailer in Warsaw. Under an assumed name, he became a regular at a local bar called the Turn It Loose. There, he won the trust of Bob and Spanky DeFries, two brothers from Tennessee. The agent joined the DeFrieses on their nighttime fishing trips. He learned to clean paddlefish roe by massaging it gently over a drywall screen, filtering out the blood and membrane. He learned that every season the DeFrieses shipped hundreds of pounds of roe out of the Kansas City airport. Much of it ended up with a New York City dealer named Isidoro Gabarino, who labeled it as Russian caviar and sold it for up to $300 an ounce to airlines. Both paddlefish and sturgeon grow slowly and live for decades. They're the old growth trees of their ecosystems. A few weeks' harvest can take a century to heal. People have loved caviar so much and for so long that they fished most of the sturgeon out of the Caspian Sea twice. They fished them out of the rivers of Western Europe, and in a 20-year-long frenzy at the turn of the last century, they fished them out of East Coast rivers. Now the caviar chase is in its end game, and the caviar underground has moved to the Ozarks. The undercover agent and his team eventually collected enough evidence to send Spanky DeFries and his collaborators to federal prison. Isidoro Garbarino, who had a hand in caviar smuggling operations ranging from Missouri to Iran, was also indicted, but he left the country and stayed on the lam for 23 years. In 2012, he was finally intercepted in Panama, and last year, at age 69, he pled guilty to smuggling more than $10 million worth of caviar. By that time, though, Rob Farr had once again started to find dead, disemboweled paddlefish in the woods and on reservoir shores. Once again, an investigation began in Warsaw. This time, the smugglers weren't Tennessee good old boys. Thousands of Russian and Ukrainian immigrants had come to central Missouri for factory jobs in the 1990s. Some didn't care about paddlefish caviar at all. Others did and enjoyed it legally. A handful cared about paddlefish caviar and its potential profits, a great deal. This time, an 18-month undercover investigation resulted in nearly 100 arrests, including 8 federal indictments. One of the alleged smugglers was arrested in Washington, D.C. just before he boarded a flight to Munich with 4 pounds of paddlefish eggs stuffed into his carry-ons. It was the biggest caviar smuggling bust in U.S. history, and there may be yet more indictments to come. Once again, Warsaw is quiet, but nobody expects it to stay that way. No matter its source, caviar's lure is undeniable and enduring. The undercover agents in the most recent Warsaw investigation ate plenty of paddlefish caviar on the job, most often spread on bread and served with a shot of vodka. Thank you. At first, says one agent, he couldn't stand its odd, buttery flavor. By the time the team made its arrests, 18 months later, he was craving it.